You look thrilled to be talking to us.
I'm just focused.
Yeah. Focus on a legend as well for Saturday night?
No.
He's not a legend in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, he goes down in history for sure, but it doesn't make a difference for what's going to happen. I mean, status is just that. You know what I mean?
Is it temporary?
Yeah, for sure. In this world, in this sport, for sure.
Is it easy for you to, to separate the myth of BJ Penn or the legend of BJ Penn?
Is it difficult?
Yeah,
No, not absolutely not. I'm focused on beating the person, not the status. You know, it doesn't play a role in fighting. I focus on it.
Or you said the Condit fight, you went into the cage with too much emotion. Now you try to leave that emotion out. When does that leaving the emotion out start? Is it now, or is it just that fight day?
Just in my life in general. It's something you shouldn't carry around with you, but what most importantly is when you're walking down that ramp towards the cage, when you're in there, to fight with a clear head and no emotion.
So when you're not training, are you able to just sort of forget about fighting and just live a normal life, or is it always part of it?
It's a focus, for sure. It's consumed my life, you know. Training to be the best fighter, best martial artist, it's who I am, so, it's always on my mind.
Do you ever feel you're missing out on anything?
No, I'm living my life the way I want.
And has your body changed? I mean, obviously with the training, you're very ripped these days. Have you done anything differently? Is it working with chamber?
No, it's just continuing my training. You know, obviously I make adjustments to how I'm training and stuff, and try to be on the cutting edge of stuff and what works for me. So, I mean, I'm getting older. I'm getting growing. So, I don't think I'm that much bigger or anything, or that much more ripped. I'm just eating good, training hard. Over time, it shows, I guess.
When you started out, you were the young phenom from Canada that everybody heard about. At what age did you decide this is what I want to do, this is what I'm going to dedicate my life to actually be the best Canadian?
I was 14.
Really?
I was 14, and after my first MMA class at Tito, I pretty much knew that this is what I was going to strive for in my life.
And then your family was just like, go for it?
They were surprised. They didn't really expect anything to come of it, but I mean, I didn't really need support at that time. I found strength in myself to do it.
What was it about that class then, Rory? What did you find in it? Just natural in yourself to want to be there, or?
Yeah, it was just a moment where you just feel like that's what the road you want to take in life, I guess.
When the fight's about to start, you look incredibly focused, a little scary, some might say. What's going through your mind just as you're about to go into the middle of the octagon?
Just focus on my technique and the task at hand. Everything else is gone. There's nothing else there. It's just living in the moment.
Is your mind sort of going a mile a minute, or is it all pretty slowed down?
Try to slow it down. Yeah.
Is it enjoyable?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
When you started down on this bed, you just threw out that challenge to BJ. Did you ever imagine that you would actually accept it?
Well, yeah, I knew he would because he asked Dana White first. Dana told me that he was interested in fighting me again, or me coming to retirement. So I took him up on it and I made it public.
Why do you think he chose you?
I don't know. I think he wants to fight a guy called a TriStar, and he wants to. Maybe he sees something in me that I'm gonna, have a solid future in me or something, and he wants to get a legendary status by beating me. But I don't know. You'd have to ask him that.
Has he angered you at all in the build of this fight? You said the VADA thing was kind of a distraction.
It wasn't a distraction. It was just annoying getting woken up early in the morning, getting a needle poked in your arm, having to piss in front of somebody. It was something I didn't enjoy. It wasn't a distraction from my training or what the task at hand is. It was just a nuisance, I guess. But it's not a huge deal to me. It didn't make that big of an impact. I mean, we got it done. We proved that we're clean fighters, and it is what it is.
How many times did you have to test?
2 or 3. 3, I can't remember.
Did you also have to let them know? Like, I think one of the things was you had to let them know at all times where you were going to be. Did you do that?
Yeah, you just fill out a form and stuff, and you let them know your schedule.
Did they call you at all hours and say, hey, what's up?
No, they just showed up, you know, at my house. I think he's fighting for the wrong reasons, and it's going to get him hurt.
Why do you say wrong reasons? What you
He's
mean?
fighting for a status, something that isn't real, you know, just people's opinions. He wants to change people's opinions, and maybe he doesn't realize that those things they're not real.
And why do you think he'll get hurt because of that?
Because I'm fighting to hurt him, not fighting for someone's opinion.
One of our colleagues, Chuck Mindenhall, said you had American Psycho suave. Do you agree with that? Do you think that's a good description of you?
I don't think I'm a psycho. I mean, I don't kill people or anything, so I don't know. I'm just a focused dude, I guess.
Does the fighting to hurt somebody kind of work that into the whole martial arts ethos? Does fighting to hurt somebody work into the whole martial arts ethos?
Well, martial arts, get back to the basis of it. It's martial. It's military. It's a military art. You know, it's there to destroy what's ever in front of you and keep yourself safe. You know what I mean? So, of course, hurting people is a part of it. You know?
You've talked about your focus a lot. Do you feel you're more focused for this fight than any other fight, or is that every fight you get more focused?
Well, I think every fight I try to get more focused because you learn from your last experience and you carry it into your next one.
So you had that injury, which kind of made this an extended camp, or more time thinking about BJ Penn. Did that kind of play into your brain where you can't get this guy off your mind? You don't get a break?
No, I mean it's been a little bit like it's been a wait. A lot of training. I'd like for it to happen, but I mean he's not on my mind. You know what I mean? I mean he can do whatever he wants to. He just has to show up Saturday night. I have to focus on myself and getting myself better.
When you say opinions aren't real, what do you mean by that? That they aren't real? I mean, are they not valid when somebody says an opinion?
No, I guess opinions are valid, but like a status of someone. If someone places a status over your head, like BJ's being a legend. I mean, now that they're not saying it, he's upset about it. Maybe he should have learned that it's fickle. You know what I mean?
So this is an ego-driven fight for him.
I don't know. I mean, he said it. I don't know if he feels it. You gotta ask him. I don't pay too much attention to what his mindset is.